Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be taking a little look at my Formica, who are doing really well. They've just hatched their first batch of nanitics, so let's take a little look at them. There's a little honey. We're just looking at the entrance of the nest there. I'm going to try and angle it here so you can get a little look inside the test tube. Test tube 1 we'll call this, because this is not where the queens reside. My two queens reside in the test tube which is across the way from this. So there we can see some of my Formica workers there being born. And all those cocoons there they're not lamani or fusca, they are rufa. So all the cocoons that you see in here are all rufa, and I used I think 10 host workers and put them in a test tube in a box, put them in the cupboard, forgot about them, and now I have probably around 6 rufa workers. There's one right there, she's a nanitic. You can see some of the nanitic rufas are quite dark. I mean, some of them are host workers, but my rufa are, the nanitics anyway, were born quite dark. It was quite hard to tell them apart from the hosts at first, but after looking at their abdomen and etc., I was able to distinguish that they were in fact rufa and not lamani or fusca, because actually there is fusca, lamani and rufa in this tub, so there's all three. Host workers were easy for me to come by. I already have fusca and lamani colonies myself, so it's very easy. Yeah, I've had a lot of success with these, as you can see. Not a problem to raise them. Semi-parasite species, so I'm obviously going to replace this nest with a white-tongue nest next year, and I'm going to give them a twig setup and a pine thatch setup. I'm thinking about making my own thatch for them, so they can use that inside the nest as they please. Okay, let's turn this box around. Let's cover them back over a minute and let's have a look at the queens, because they're still just hatching in there. They're not really active as such right now. Anyway, let's just turn the box, and now we are at the queen's chamber, and in we go. Let's have a little look. And there she is in her little chamber with her sister. 2 queens, as I said, both laying. So next year I hope to have a thriving rufa colony as well. I know some of you guys ain't allowed to keep rufa where you are, and that's because they're heavily protected in the areas that you live. Here in the UK there are no such laws where I live, in Wales. So I know in the south of England there's laws to keep them safe there because the numbers are being threatened, but there is no such problem here where I live. Yeah, so this is my 2 queen Formica Rufa colony. I parasited them with lamani and fusca, which I have, which I own, so it wasn't really a problem to find them any host workers. Like I said, I provided them with 10, and all larvae or eggs in there that you see are all rufa. So they're doing really well, and they're pretty chill too, actually. I mean, some people say that their rufa are not really aggro, but mine don't seem to be. Just about make her out in there. I don't want to disturb them too much. Not that they're going to be laying anymore now, they're going to be going into hibernation shortly. Yeah, most Formica species, as far as I understand it, don't tend to lay eggs towards hibernation time anyway. They don't tend to hibernate with young. So alright, so guys, I hope you enjoyed that little look. Next year we'll be having a lot more to do with these, obviously, because right now it was a bit of a hit and miss for me. Didn't really know whether or not I would be able to successfully get these girls to parasite, but the Lamani workers were amazing. No queen was killed, no queen was parasited on, so I got kind of lucky during nuptials to find a dead Formica queen and use her as the parasite. So yeah, next year we'll be doing a lot more videos on these. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and Ant Trails out.